Day 2 at Formnext. I've come a little early today so that I can make this video. Otherwise it gets too crowded. So this is the 3D Systems booth. We have a partnership with Alpine F1 Racing, and we've been honored to have one of their cars at our booth, showing all the parts which have been printed using our printers. We are an official supplier to them. This is really a crowd puller. A lot of people come here to see all the stuff that is possible by 3D printing now. This is a display showing all the kind of parts which are on this car. Here we have the Figure 4 standalone and the modular. Wildly successful. Wonderful materials. This shows a stacked build. So this here is the SLS 380, our flagship SLS printer, which normally comes with an MQC, which is basically an apparatus to mix materials automatically. But now we've launched this new MDM, material delivery module, which allows customers to change the materials and try out new materials without getting involved in the MQC. So this is something that we've launched. Should be out soon. Sticking with SLS, VMatter is a company that we acquired recently, and this is their really interesting SLS system. So what you see here, this is the nitrogen generator. This here is the printer, build volume 300 by 300 by 300 mm. And on the left you see this is where the powder is extracted. It gets into this chamber and it is cleaned and mixed with the 50-50% ratio. And this is the best part. This is a water jet. So parts are cleaned with water jet, not just by air, which means that you get parts which are really nice. So I'm quite excited about this, especially to be launched in India soon. And this is going to change the game a little bit for SLS. What we have is the smaller SLS printers out in the market that really print very small parts, and they're quite messy, and they're really not fit to be kept in a lab environment or an office. So the beauty about this is there's no single speck of powder outside this entire configuration. So this can be easily kept into an office environment or even an education institute, and you can get some really nice parts. So this one's really exciting. On this side here we have our flagship DMP, direct metal printing system, but with an additional laser. This is the DMP Flex 350 triple. Now if I open this very heavy door, you see up here, you can't see because the part is blocking the view. There are 3 lasers and they are in line, 1, 2 and 3. So the thing is, the left laser can scan the left part of the build area. The right one can do the right. There's an overlap as well. And the center can scan the entire build platform. So the beauty is you get seamless parts. This is a completely seamless part. The left and right lasers do the infills, whereas the central one does the borders. Now this is extremely important in aerospace. So we have other OEMs that have multiple laser systems, but some of them are quad based. So quad based meaning you'll have stitch lines on these large parts. And now, as you know, for aerospace, like a stitch line is a very bad thing. But in this case, you can see this is a completely seamless part. There's no stitch line at all. And that's the benefit of the triple laser system. So we could add any number of lasers we wanted to, but then it should make sense. We should actually solve a customer's problem and not add to it. So this is the Flex 350 Triple. If you come around this side, see you see some copper parts, and here we have a foundry section. So this is a quick cast pattern printed on our large frame SLA printers. This is a customer part actually, and this is the casting that comes out of it. So this is a castable resin, but printed in a honeycomb structure. So it's quite hollow inside. Around 95% of it is air. So then the part is actually quite light and much cheaper than printing as a solid resin part. On this side you see a gating system printed from our Titan machine. It's a pellet extruder. There's a CNC machine as well in it. This is another quick cast part. This is actually a gearbox of the F1 car. We just cast it using quick cast. We also have a wax printer, the MJP 2500 IC, which can print full wax parts from which you can cast. This is the wax part, that's the casting. It shows how the process works. You print a quick cast pattern, you have the slurry, and then cast the part. Come around the side, you see the SLA 750 dual. We launched this last year, 2 laser system. And this one's under wraps because it's not yet launched. This is just a technology preview. I posted a separate video on this. Is the this is the PSLA 270. Very interesting. Figure 4 materials, large build volume. Very interesting. I'm really excited about this one. This is another acquisition that we had done a couple of years ago, a company called Comovis. They make a printer that prints high performance PEEK in the most clinically sound way for direct implantation into human bodies. The parts are not yet kept out, but they'll be kept here. This is a Nextent LCD1. Nextent is based on the Figure 4 platform. This is our new MJP 300W, which is a wax printer with very high surface quality. This is our regular purple wax, and this is the ruby red wax, which is extremely durable. Parts are not yet out. And this is the large parts made on the Titan. This is a 6 foot tall part, printed in only 10 hours using the larger version of the Titan printer. This is a battery bank air duct. Here are large parts. This is a layup mold printed on this printer, which is a Titan. This extrudes pellets. It can extrude filament, and also it's got a CNC mill, all on the same platform. The issue mainly with us is that we have too much stuff, and it's very difficult to put everything into one booth. In fact, we don't even have any CJP printer here, but that's a color jet printing. So this is the 3D Systems booth.